Great. It's the insurance company to find some way to say we're not in. That's what it is. That's you?
Nope.
Muted computer.
Yes.
So, how do you like it so far? What is it that you want to? Two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Cameraman's working.
This is what really quiet for a moment.
It's streaming. It's just a matter of shooting. Let's get her help.
Good morning, everyone. On this bright mid-November day, welcome to Unity of Hamilton. My name is Deborah, and I'm your facilitator today. And as usual, we're going to start out with some fabulous joy singing with Dedri.
Yay! Good morning, everybody. Let's get started. This is my place, and I am welcome here. Here I am free to learn to grow and share. Sharing the love, sharing the peace, dance and sing, be the stillness within. Sharing the joy, the healing prayers, one heart, one mind, one sacred divine. Sharing the love, sharing the peace, dance and sing, be the stillness within. Sharing the joy, the healing prayers, one heart, one mind, one sacred divine. This is our place. Second verse now. This is my place, and I am welcome here, and I am welcome. Here I am free, here I am free to learn to grow and share, to learn to grow and share. Sharing the love, sharing the love, sharing the peace, dance and sing, be the stillness within. Sharing the joy, the healing prayers, one heart, one mind, one sacred divine. Sharing the love, sharing the love, sharing the peace, dance and sing, be the stillness within. Sharing the joy, the healing prayers, one heart, one mind, one sacred divine. Now let's put our hands together. Sing hallelujah, amen. Sing hallelujah, amen. Amen. Sing hallelujah, amen. Amen. Sing hallelujah, amen. Let's do that again. Sing hallelujah, amen. Sing hallelujah, amen. Sing hallelujah, amen. Sing hallelujah, amen. Sharing the love. Sharing the love, sharing the peace, dance and sing, be the stillness within. Joy, sharing the joy, healing prayers, one heart, one mind, one sacred divine. Sharing the love, peace, sharing the peace. Dance, dance and sing. Be the stillness within joy. Sharing the joy prayers, the healing prayers. One heart, one mind, one sacred divine. This is my place. This is my place. This is our place. This is my place. Didn't that feel good? It's a bright, beautiful, sunny day, and we have lots of love, so let's give it and let's receive it. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. It's just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many. They'll roll all over the floor. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Woo! Please have a seat. Bind us together. Bind us together, love. Bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Bind us together, love. Bind us together, love. Bind us together with love. There is only one God. There is only one mind. There is only one presence. That is why we can sing. Let's do bind us together. Bind us together, love. Bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Bind us together, love. Bind us together, love. Bind us together with love.
Please join with me in consciousness as we come to the recognition and the realization that there is one divine essence which moves in, through, and around all things seen and unseen. It fills each and every part of me, and I know I am loved beyond measure at the center of it. Today I recognize that, yes, it is true that God and I are bound together in love. It's this recognition, this acceptance, and this allowing of this truth to fill my awareness, my life, and my daily activities. Grateful for this opportunity to remember. Grateful for this opportunity to be here in the presence of this divine appointment. So it is with a profound sense of well-being and love that I release my word into the absolute. It is done. And please join with me. And so it is.
Bind us together, love, bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Bind us together, love, bind us together, love, bind us together with love. There is only one God. There is only one mind. There is only one presence. That is why we can sing. Let's sing that together. Bind us together. Bind us together, love. Bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Bind us together, love. Bind us together, love. Bind us together in love.
The daily word for today: divine order. My life unfolds in divine order. Examples of order and progression are all around me. The seasons, the tides, and all cycles of growth are happening in perfect sequence. Trying to rush the process or skip a step would create a disruption of this progression in nature. Like the seasons and tides, divine order guides my life's unfoldment. I take my cue from the natural world and don't try to rush my growth or take shortcuts to reach my goals. Instead, I awaken to divine order, realizing it helps keep my life in balance. With gratitude, I affirm divine order as I bless my mind and physical body for serving me so well. Acting on the guidance I receive from divine mind, I affirm divine order in all I accomplish. The earth produces, and it's from Mark 4:28. The earth produces of itself first the stalk, then the head, then the full grain in the head. How has unity impacted my life? Who would like to share something that how unity has impacted your life? I can tell you that unity has impacted my life a great deal recently. On Wednesday, I met with a group of wonderful people who I've been sharing the quest journey with for almost a year now, and we got to know each other so well. We got to grow so much in all our explorations through the course, and I just feel very, very thankful that I had stepped up to do it and that I had gotten so much out of it for myself and was able to share with a fabulous group of people here at Unity. Our annual theme is One Humanity, Many Stories. And our theme for November is spirituality. The book of the month, and there are a few of them on the table by the door, is the Tao Te Ching. And now we get to hear Reverend Randy Armstrong talking about leading from the heart. Thank you, Randy.
Good morning, everyone. So we're going to talk about leading from the heart this morning. And basically it's all about comparing yourself with others. There was On the minister's listserv this week, there was a link to this article that I'd like to share with you. And this was written by a woman by the name of Martha Graham on the hidden dangers of comparing yourself to others. Agnes DeMille had just achieved the greatest success of her career, but right now the only thing that she felt was confusion. She was a dancer and a choreographer. Earlier in her career, DeMille had created the choreography for the ballet called Three Virgins and the Devil. She thought it was a good work, but nobody made much of it. A few years later, DeMille choreographed a ballet called Rodeo. Again, she thought her work was solid, but it resulted in little commercial fame. But the success of Oklahoma confused her. She thought that her work on Oklahoma was only average compared to some of her other creations. She later said that after the opening of Oklahoma, I suddenly had this unexpected, flamboyant success for a work I thought was only fair to good. After many years of neglect for the work I thought was fine, I was bewildered and worried that my entire scale of values was untrustworthy. I talked to Martha. Martha was Martha Graham, perhaps the most influential dance choreographer in the 20th century. During their conversation, DeMille told Martha about her frustration. I confessed that I had a burning desire to be excellent, but no faith that I could be. Sound familiar? Graham responded by saying, there is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. The uselessness of judging yourself. For nearly 2 years, I've been publishing articles every Monday and Thursday on jamesclear.com. Some days the words come easier than others, and there have been plenty of times when I have felt a smaller version of Agnes DeMille, how Agnes DeMille felt. I thought it was a good article. Why don't people seem to enjoy it? Or feel like I wrote something average only to see it become the most popular post of the month? Regardless of the outcome, I realized one thing. We are often terrible judges of our own work. Martha Graham's advice takes this concept a step further by explaining that not only are you a bad judge of your own work, but it is not your job to judge your own work. It is not your place to compare it to others. It is not your responsibility to figure out how valuable it is or how useful it can be. It is not your job to tell yourself no. Instead, your responsibility is to create. Your job is to share what you have to offer from where you are right now. To quote Pema Chodron, the Buddhist teacher, your job is to come as you are. These are people in nearly every field of work who make each day a work of art by the way they do their craft. In other words, nearly everyone is an artist in one way or another. And every artist will judge their work. The key is to not let your self-judging keep you from doing your thing. Professionals produce, even when it isn't easy. In grade school, I remember my teacher passing out an assignment and telling each student, keep your eyes on your own paper. Perhaps she was simply trying to teach 8-year-olds not to cheat. But hidden within that phrase is a deeper message about what really, really matters. It doesn't make a difference what the person next to you writes down for his answer. This is your race to run. It's your assignment to complete. It is your answer to create. How your paper compares to someone else's is not the point. The point is to fill the paper with your work. The same can be said for your work today. No matter what you spend your days doing, every morning you wake up and you have a blank piece of paper to work with. You get to put your name on the top and fill it with your work. If what you write on your paper doesn't meet someone else's expectations, it is no concern of yours. The way someone else perceives what you do is a result of their own experiences, which you can't control. Their own tastes and preferences, which you can't predict. And their own expectations, which you don't set. If your choices don't match their expectations, that is their concern, not yours. Your concern is to do the work, not to judge it. Your concern is to fall in love with the process, not to grade the outcome. Keep your eyes on your own paper. How many of us would have loved to have this wisdom given to us as a child? And what would our lives be like today if we had been given that wisdom, if we had been given those truths? Where would we be today? Just a question. So today what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about leading from love, results follow energy, and the alchemy of love. Leading from love. As we gain the broader viewpoint, we shall see that life contains two fundamental characteristics. We shall see that there is an infinite spirit operating through an infinite and immutable law. In this, cosmos, and not chaos, finds the external existence in reality. Love points the way, and law makes the way possible. We just finished up a class this past Wednesday, and it was a 10-week class. It was called Beyond Limits. And this class started off with me saying, if you don't want to change, leave now. The second thing that I said was, do not believe a word that I say. Prove it to yourself. Because my experiences are my experiences, and your experiences are your experiences. And the way we move from believing in Spirit to knowing that Spirit is having a relationship with us is our own experience. Would you agree? So every Sunday morning when I'm up here speaking, or when Reverend Ann is up here speaking, don't believe a word that we say. Take it out there and prove it to yourself. Because it is in that proving that you get to create, you get to make that manuscript that is called your life. Would you agree? And so, as we began this process in the Beyond Limits class, one thing became really, really apparent. Each and every week, when there was more and more practice, there was a greater and greater magnificence showing up. And we also came to an understanding that we've used around here before, and that is God has only one answer for you, and that answer is yes. And so when we take that and we put it into the core of our being, and we step into the reality of life, what happens? We begin to see where God shows up. We begin to see how our lives are filled with this understanding. We get to be the person that we choose to be. Because when we choose to be something, we automatically know what we need to do in order to be that. The second we start to do what it is that we need to do in order to be something, what happens? We automatically have it. And so as we step into this having it, are we writing our own story? Absolutely. And is this story any better or any worse than anybody else's story? Absolutely not. I can tell that it's not because I have an itchy nose. So, just like Agnes de Mille had this preconceived idea of what is grand and what is mediocre, had absolutely no bearing on what other people thought. So, interesting question. In your daily life, do you lead from authenticity of your heart or the calculation of your head? Let me reread that. In your daily life, do you lead from the authenticity of your heart or the calculation of your head? When I started down this journey many years ago, and I started down this journey because I couldn't figure out why people would read a particular book and things would just flourish with them. And I'd read the same flippin' book and nothing would change. You know, like, why? And it was at that point a really, really wise person turned around and said to me, it's because you don't recognize the journey. And it is, without question, the longest journey that each and every one of us will ever take. And it's an 18-inch journey from here to here. Because when you move from here, which is that creative aspect of ourselves, where we have ideas, where we get the idea to create something, if we truly, decide to bring it into this world in a dynamic and absolutely fabulous way, we got to come from here. How many times have you had the opportunity to deal with someone who's all here with an idea, as compared to someone who is here with a commitment? Can we see that in the others who are not committed or are just going through the actions? Absolutely. So my question to you is, are you one of those? Or are you the one that comes from this place that says, I am this. I'm this. I am love. I bring the whole of myself to this situation. Dirty, dirty question. Do you question your self-esteem? So, my question to you is, who taught you how to do that? And why did they teach you how to do that? One answer. Control and fear. So if you didn't have a self-esteem issue, would you fear anything? Yeah. This looks like a fun thing to do. Let's just step into it. Right? There would be this exciting expectancy and awe and wonder of our lives if we could just step into it. Wouldn't it? Third dirty question. Do you permit others to judge you? Come on, tell me the truth. Yes. How many times of each and every day, how many times we're looking at a closet and you go, no, I'm not sure I'm going to wear that to that. What's my boss going to say if I actually tell my boss what I actually think? What is my spouse going to say if I actually tell the truth? Because what's this whole thing about judgment? What is that all about? Isn't that just fear? Because if that person doesn't agree with you, what's the consequence? It's probably going to hurt. Or you may end up sleeping on the couch. And. So just something to think about. So results follow energy. In the New Thought movement, there's an expression, change your thinking, change your life. And there was a plethora of individuals that were out there promoting, affirmations. Affirmations will change your life. And I get into trouble every time I stand, declare, I don't think affirmations work. And I think that they don't work because results follow energy. In the midst of this drama of human existence, Jesus declared that the meek shall inherit the earth. Let us inquire into his teachings let us inquire if his teachings is a true one. Do we teach our children to follow the steps of Caesar and Napoleon, or do we tell them the story of Jesus or the Buddha? What is your life reflecting back to you? Are you happy? Maybe a little bit? Depends on the time of day. Come on. Where would you like your consciousness to be? At the beginning of the service, when I did opening prayer, I asked you to join me in consciousness. That I ask you to join me with your attention. That I ask you to join me with your belief. That I ask you to believe me with your knowing. No, I asked you to join me in consciousness. And so, one of the things that, if we take this, that where would you like your consciousness to be? If we take this and place it here and just step over here a little bit. At the beginning of this talk, I spoke to you about the universe has only one answer for you, and that answer is yes. The other thing that we really don't talk about is that you can't fool the universe. And the universe has absolutely no concept of what it is that's coming out of your mouth. But the universe knows absolutely everything about what's coming out of your heart. It's what you truly believe in your heart that the universe goes yes to. So if you think, my self-esteem sucks huge, the universe goes, yes, I love you so much. Here's more of that. If you sit, stand, lie down, or be in any position, and you go, you know, I have a really fabulous life. The universe goes, yeah, here's some more. So it's what you believe, what you know in the core of your being that gets reflected back to you. And where would you like your consciousness to be? And is it easy to get there? It is easy to get there, but you have to understand where you are. And so that's the reflection back to you. What's the first step of getting there? The first step is take an honest look at your life. Where are you really, really happy? Where does your life really, really suck? And where is it in the in-between? And how would you like the in-between to move to life sucks? Or how would you like what's in between to move to yes? I am standing here in this moment asking you not to judge yourself. I'm asking you to choose. Because in the moment that you choose, you shift it. And if you're shifting it over here and you happen not to like what's shifted, you can choose again. You are a creation machine. You create whatever it is that you choose based on what you believe here. I just made a mistake. It's not what you choose, it's not what you believe here. It's what you know here. And there's a huge difference between the two, isn't there? What do you know here? And are you willing to take this knowing over to this side of your life as opposed to this side of your life? And how is it that I can help you do that? The alchemy of love. The human mind seeks the alchemy of the heart to bring forward and refine divine right action that is in alignment with our morals as leaders. That last word, leaders. Do you recognize that you, here in this moment, and in the moments to come, are about to change the world as we know it as you step into it? Because what we talk about here is change your thinking, change your life. So as a consequence of that, that is not what is typically said out there. But that's what's typically said in here. And so as you sit here in this moment and think about what it is that we just said as leaders, are you willing to commit to be, to do, and to have that experience, and to make this a world that not only works for you, but works for all? Are you? Are you willing to step into that leadership? And if so, what is it that you need to do? If not, why not? How can you bring the transformative power of love into your life today? One word. Only one word. Choice. It's your choice. You were given free will at the moment of your creation. I'm not talking about you in your physical form here. I'm talking about you as this expression of the divine. What are you going to choose? Is it possible to bring the transformative power into work, relationships, and health? All in favor of yes, raise your hands. Isn't it, it's such an obvious answer, isn't it? It really is. But how often do we forget to ask ourselves? And what is this asking us to do? It's asking us to step into our own magnificence. You are magnificent, have always been magnificent, always will be. You were created in the likeness and image of the Creator. Does the Creator think small? No. Just a thought. What would your life look like with love guiding the way? You each have an idea. Each and every one of us has an idea. Each and every one of us has an opportunity. In the class a couple of weeks ago, I used a metaphor. You know these oval stickers that are on the back of a lot of cars? And it was CAA. Do you know that those stickers were there for your benefit? They are. Because every time you see one of those, it's to remind you to choose, accept, and allow. And they thought they had a business. Choose, accept, and allow. The three words that can change your life in this nanosecond. choose, accept, and allow. So what did we talk about? We talked about leading from love. Results follow energy and the alchemy of love. What is it that you choose? Remember, you're the leaders of this human condition that we find ourselves in. So go out this week and play. And play with such intensity that nobody out there can mistake that you're coming from here. Have fun, good luck, and give them hell.
Speaking of choosing, love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. Oh, and once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. No. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. It's my decision right here and now.
Conscious giving. We believe giving is a spiritual practice. If you are here for the first time, know that your presence is a gift to us. Please take your conscious giving envelope in your hand and affirm the following with me if that's comfortable. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all I have, all I give, and all I receive.
How can there be just one? Oh, I'm singing. Never mind.
There are so many
I'm singing for you right here.
How can it be so very simple?
Are we still recording? Let's pretend this is all part of the plan. My complications. I'll sing along with myself. Searching is beyond the past. Time is fleeting, nothing lasts. Drifting is where I belong. In my heart's eternal song. Free, ever-flowing love. Free, ever-flowing love. Free, ever-flowing love. Drifting in the sea of love, of love. Why does my soul ring with laughter when there is so much destruction? Why do I feel so alive? My spirit's crying in jubilation. Joyfully I'm spinning fast. In the sea my net is cast. Drifting is where I belong. In my heart's eternal song. Free, ever-flowing love. Free, ever-flowing love. Free, ever-flowing love. Drifting in the sea of love.
That was really nice harmony.
Wasn't it though? What was that initial talk about? Yes, there's an example.
Beautiful, Dadri. Okay, let's bless the offering. Given in love, received in love, this offering goes forth to do its perfect work. All my desires and needs are met by Spirit through me, and so it is. Are you here for the first time? If so, we have a gift for you. There are some white envelopes on the table near the Welcome Center. Please take one. And if you have a prayer request, we have our prayer box at the table, on the table, near our entrance there. And you can, and the piece of paper on the back of the chairs where you can write your prayer request. And they will be prayed on here for 30 days and then go on to Unity International for more prayer.
Before we do that, we all have, most of you have the 11th of December as the date for the angel service. If you can change that to the 18th, that is when we will have the angel service. So please mark that in your calendars, that it's been moved a week later. The angel service will be on the 18th of December, same time. Oh, it's
Fabulous. Go ahead.
Oh, it is the service where we honor all of the people who have in our lives passed on, our pets, all our loved ones. Yes. So it'll be beautiful. Please invite your friends, because we've all lost someone, right? And it's good to honor our ancestors as well.
Please join with me in consciousness. Yes. As I recognize and affirm that this was a divine appointment, I came here with an open heart, knowingly asking to be one with each and every one of you. To be in this place, to be one with this community, and to share that love which so naturally resides in my being. Grateful for this opportunity to be here. Grateful for this opportunity to share. So it is with a profound sense of well-being and gratefulness that I release my word into the absolute. It is done. Please join with me. And so it is. Yes, I can see clearly now.
And of course, if you want more information, please go to the website, because there's lots of information about the service there. Okay? So, are you ready to go home? For coffee. Coffee first. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's already started. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. And all of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. Let's affirm it. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Let's do some visioning. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. Oh my gosh, we made it. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. Let's affirm it together. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Tell someone else that it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Turn to the other side and tell someone else it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And let's affirm it for ourselves. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And all the people say, amen. Sunshiny day. It's gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Remember, CAA is your guide to enlightenment.
Choose, accept, allow. That's what happens when you change songs at the last minute. Oh, gosh. Some days.
I started off at 9 o'clock and 3 in the morning. And there was a tent, there was a tent in the
All the, it's all my goodness.